Today we're going to be making rat loaf. This is a quick and affordable meal for weekday, weekends. You're going to start out with 2 pounds of ground rat meat.
It takes a while to collect that, but...
Or whichever other kind of meat you want to use if you don't want to use rat meat. Combine in a large bowl your rat meat, some carrots, and you're going to want a half cup of diced carrots. We could not get diced carrots the day we went to the store, so we just got the sweet fixins.
Yep.
Sweet and crunchy. Get a half cup of the diced carrots, but obviously we don't have that, so we're going to do a half cup of this. Are you just gonna, he's just going to stay there and laugh at me.
Here.
Help me.
Let's put it over the bowl so we don't,
okay.
Just in case we miss.
Oh my god, stop! I'm trying to get it out of the hole, stop it. Can you stop shaking it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's good enough. So we have our half cup of carrots. Then you want to get a half cup of diced onions. We like to use the easy onions because then we don't have to worry about chopping them or storing onions and stuff like that. Now obviously, you don't have to have some of these. I'm just gonna click that in.
Yeah, let me get these.
Some of these ingredients obviously are not the most affordable options. They just happen to be either what we had in our pantry or what we could grab that day when we picked up the ingredients for this. But get whatever you can afford. Honestly, we like to get the store brands half the time because they're more affordable and it's the same thing. So you don't have to do anything fancy for this. Just as cheap as you can get. Like I said, rat meat, super cheap. I'm too lazy to measure that, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. That's probably about that.
Yeah, give or take.
A 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. There you go. So red pepper flakes. 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. You gotta twist the whole top off.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Super great assistant we have here.
Shake
that in there. What's it say? I wrote that, but what didn't I? Season
with black pepper?
Yeah, that's what that says. Then you want to season to taste with some black pepper. We just have this basic one from McCormick. Super basic. And we've had this one for a minute, so. You want to mix it gently, so I'm going to go get a little spoon thing and mix that. Now that we have mixed that gently together, then you want to add in your breadcrumbs. You can use whatever breadcrumbs that you have on hand, even if you want to make your own by using like, I think it's like stale bread you can use, and you crumble it up into breadcrumbs. Then you want to add in your 1 large egg, but because we can't use eggs in our house, we use egg replacer. You can also use flaxseed meal or just flaxseed to make egg replacer. So this one's the one that we typically use for most things. Beta Bob's Red Mill Egg Replacer. This egg replacer works really, really well. So this is the one that we use. So you're going to need a half cup of your breadcrumbs and then 1 large egg or the equivalent of that. You could also use applesauce in place of eggs. I don't know how well that would work for this recipe, but that is also an option. We need scissors. Scissors. Alright, and we're gonna dump that in there. So the way that you use the Beta Bob's Red Mill, stop it!
I'm just over here trying to do my job as an assistant.
But I can feel you.
What do you
I can feel you.
What? Feel me
I
what?
can feel you laughing.
I mean, it's funny.
I can feel you laughing. Okay, so the way that you want to use the Beta Bob's Red Mill egg replacer is you're gonna do 1 tablespoon of egg replacer to 2 tablespoons of water.
I'm just standing here. I'm just being an assistant. That's all. That's all I'm doing.
That's what you're doing. Alright. Can you go put some water in this?
I can.
Okay. I have my 1 tablespoon of egg replacer in my bowl, and then I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of water. 2 tablespoons. water. Then we're just gonna mix that around. You can mix it with a spoon or your measuring cup, whichever. Oh, it's splashing me. Ignore the dishes in our sink. We have been cooking pretty much all day. I made homemade Pop-Tarts earlier and they were a huge hit. So that explains the dishes in the sink. So just ignore them. Let's see.
Likely story.
Likely story, you filthy animal. So this is kind of what the egg replacer looks like before you let it kind of sit for a few minutes to thicken up. But that's how it looks right when you mix it. Just go ahead and dump that all over. Make sure you kind of scrape the edges to get that out. Obviously, if you're using just a regular egg, you don't have to do all this. You just crack the egg in and go about your day. Now you want to mix the egg and the breadcrumbs into your red meat, onion, carrot combination here until it is well combined. Johnny is gonna go put in these fries that he should have already put in. He forgot they were there. For this recipe, you do need some shoestring fries. We just grabbed these super crispy shoestring fries from On Base because that's what they had. I think they were like maybe $2 for the bag. So what you're gonna do in your small bowl here is you're going to whisk together some ketchup, molasses, and then Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. This sauce with the weird name that no one can pronounce. This sauce. Ketchup. So we have this one, but like I said, any ketchup will do. Oh, it just shot me in the face. Ugh. Those sound effects. The dog's like, what are you doing? You don't want the ketchup. Okay. So we got our half cup of ketchup. Then we're gonna do a fourth cup of molasses. I have no idea what brand this is. We've had it for a while in the fridge. It's not expired, so that's good. But it's just molasses. Y'all gotta see this pour though.
I just remember it had a yellow tag, so.
It did, it had a yellow tag. Oh, and of course it's blurring.
It's goofing.
It had such a good pour. It's probably gonna be this whole thing. Slow as molasses, Johnny, slow as molasses. We're gonna put that in here. Super thick. The next ingredient is 2 tablespoons of the Worcestershire sauce. Pretty sure that's what that says.
Yeah, I think you got it right this time.
Worcestershire, but there's no H.
Worcestershire
No.
sauce.
Worcestershire.
Oh, careful with that one. War stepchild sauce.
Worcestershire
sauce.
Worcestershire.
Yeah, but the Cester is Chester. I tell you, it's Worcestershire sauce.
Okay, but there's no H. So it has to be Worcestershire.
But it's a different...
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
What'd I say, 2 tablespoons?
Sure, man.
Yes, 2 tablespoons of this sauce.
2 tablespoons
This brown liquid.
Of Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce.
This is a stress sauce. Okay. Mix that together, whisk it together. I'm currently just spooning it. The next step is you want to preheat your oven to 375. We've already done that.
Oh.
So now we're going to, in a large baking dish, now that we have our glaze ready and our meat ready, we are ready to put it in the baking dish that we have here, and we're going to shape it in the shape of a cute little rat. So you want to make sure that you have the little pointy face and it's kind of long body with a round little booty. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to heap our meat into the bowl and we're going to start shaping. I hate the way meat feels in my hands. I don't like it.
We need those gloves again.
I know we do. So you want to kind of make it in the shape of a little rat, because you are going to take it out of the serving dish and put it on a serving platter. Or you're going to take it out of the baking dish and put it on a serving platter. So I want to round its little booty.
Came out of the bowl pretty nicely.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Just around, getting my meat hands on every edge of this. Disgusting meat hands. I'm so like, some people don't mind the way meat feels, like raw meat in their hands. I hate the way raw meat feels. It's gross.
Yeah.
Shut up, John. We love Luigi in this house. I've already got meat hands on it. So this is kind of what my rat loaf looks like right now. And now we're gonna put it in the oven for 30 minutes to bake, and then we're gonna bring it out, jazz it up, and then we're gonna pop it back in for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna finish putting the finishing rat-like touches on it. You do want to put your glaze on before putting it in the oven. So that's what we're going to do. I almost forgot. So we're going to put our glaze on, and then we're going to bake it for 30 minutes. Alright. Super yummy glaze. It's going to give our rat loaf a nice brown hue to it. There we go. A nice brown mouse. Not quite a rat yet. So now we have our rat loaf out of the oven after the 30 minutes. Now we're gonna add our little ears and tail, and then we're gonna put it back in for another like 15-20 minutes. And then we're gonna take it out, let it rest for 5 minutes, and then we'll add the whiskers, the eyes, and the nose. You just kind of want to push these in there. You can also use toothpicks to hold them on. I don't want to do that because I have small children and I don't want to risk a toothpick getting lodged in someone's throat, because that wouldn't be fun. So we'll just kind of poke that in there, and then you just take the tail. You want to try to, it works better if you have raw bacon, but you can just take it, twist it into a little tail, and then pop it on the back. Oh my gosh, Johnny, this looks so cute. Oh no. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah! What is a meal without me burning myself? How cute! Oh my gosh, how cute is that? You can see the little mousy face. Now you want to take your 6 shoestring fries, and you're going to put 3 on one side of his cute little face and 3 on the other side of the cute little face. And then we will put our eyes and nose on. Doo-doo! Alright, so there's those 3 on that side. How cute. How cute is that? Oh, I broke its whisker! We're going to put on the eyes and the nose. So you want to take your black olives and pick 2 of the best olives you can find for the eyeballs. I think we're going to use those 2. Oh my gosh, look how cute that is. I think I put it too low. Let's scoot that one up a little bit. And then you just want to find one for the little button nose. Boop, and just squish it right on there. There we have our rat loaf. Isn't it super cute? What do you think, Johnny? Super, super cute.
Very cute.
Super cute.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the little tail back here. It kind of fell, but cute nonetheless. Rat loaf. All right.
Fat rat.
Fat rat. Cute little rat loaf. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss when we upload our next video. Enjoy.
Oh my god.
Boop.